What's that movie when he was with his sister or somebody? What's that movie? Shoot, man, with the cocaine lord, y'all can have her do that shit for real. Y'all see what I'm saying, with some heels and some fucking tights on, and she just sitting there like, shoot me, damn motherfucker, shoot me, damn motherfucker. In the Caribbean, y'all, ain't she Caribbean or something? That shit'd be doper than a motherfucker. Shoot me, damn motherfucker. Show me that. Like a hammer on the clock. Okay, y'all. So 10 ways to detach and not lose your mind. Because detachment, you be worried about everything. Like it's like when you attach, you worry about all this stuff that you don't have to worry about. And so that's it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the August challenge. Because school is starting back. So last night, of course, the Channel 4 news pissed me off because this bitch on the news talking about it's better for us to do this than force our kids to. It's better for us to wake them up in the morning and not force them or something at night or something. I don't know. I hope I never said this to anybody. But what I'm saying is, it's like you have to take this easy. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's something that you can discuss with your kids. So that's when I'm like, dude, are they parents? But I used to like teach like this before I was a parent too. Like you just have to talk to your kids and tell them, hey, this what's going on. You see what I'm saying? What y'all think about it? You see what I'm talking about? And if they don't think, and it don't matter what they think about it for real, but it matter what they think about it, because sometimes they will have better solutions than you do. And they will have a better way of being accountable for what's going on. So if you sit down and have a conversation with them, hey y'all, this August and school starting back at, in September, whatever, by the end of the month. So you saying, okay, well, we've been going to bed at like 10 o'clock. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to go to bed at 8. You see what I'm saying? So what's happening is it's like we just have to do this. We got to take the devices at 7. We're gonna start watching TV. Maybe we can paint or draw a color or something, so we can wind down and read a book. You understand what I'm talking about? So even you can just put them in bed and tuck them in and read them a book. They gonna like that because they get to spend an hour with you. Y'all get what I'm talking about? Like it's like your kids love you, so it's no reason for you to start being like, oh, time for the devices, and now it's time for this, and you gotta be, and they'll be in there fussing it out. It's like you don't have to do none of that. You don't even have to raise your voice. All you gotta do, some of your kids, my son, I could just see him right here and be like, Blake, school's gonna start back, so you gotta go to bed an hour early. I'm gonna go to bed early with you too. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. Blake will be like, okay. And then he'll say something so profound that make me just fall in love with him all over again. Because he is like better at being an adult than most people think. So he's so responsible. So it's just like, that's what he'll say. He'll say, okay, well, I know because I don't want to be groggy at school. Because one day I fell asleep at school. I don't want to fall asleep at school. And so that's it. That's it. That's it. It's over. So it's like, you don't have to, and because waking them up, they can wake up themselves. Like you don't have to always wake them up. Like it's like, at the shelter I go to bed at probably like 8:30. So it's like by the time 8:30 hits, so I get up at 6:30. Fine, you know what I'm saying? Like 6:30 time I gotta get up. I could probably get up at 6, but 6:30, man, I be really trying to really sleep too. You know what I'm saying? So if you know your kid need like 10 hours of sleep and they got to get up at 6 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Then you do the math. You can also put it in your Apple device apps. Apple also has Apple and Android has this thing where they can just shut your phone down at a certain time. I think that's kind of mean too. I mean, I used to do that to him too, but it's like I think, let me leave that off because shit, I used to hate that shit. Like I had to go back and re-unlock the phone and all this stuff, and on the weekend, and I messed up the schedule and all this stuff. So it's like until you get the schedule right, it's just like a bunch of like back and forth and being pissed off. And really, I could just be like, okay, well, let's do this. But it'll be like because I work or I get sick, I go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? It's like the stuff shut down. So you know what I'm saying? He'll grab mine. It don't matter. But it's just like that's the whole thing. It's like just talk to him. Like you don't have to always be in this situation where you just telling your kids forever, like you know what I'm saying, like you doing stuff and you not talking to them about it. So it's like that also helps them learn how to communicate with other people and teaches them how to manage better. You know what I'm saying? It'll teach them how to open communication about things that need to change. You understand what I'm saying? About how they feel about what's going on and all this different stuff and when they need to do it. So it's like she was saying, well, okay, now if we start doing this, by the time school starts, you'll have it down, a routine. Well, it takes 21 days to make a habit. So it's like you have to start, but 21 days to make it happen. So you got to make sure that they go ahead and start trying to get that transition going on too. And especially if your kids are old, it's just a talk. It's not something where you just have to. I mean, even if they're young, you just talk to them. It's so easy. Like, it is so easy. And so what happens is when y'all trying to rush or force whatever you trying to talk about, you forcing, it's not going to work. So I was like, I just disagree. I disagree totally. I agree with what she's saying, but I disagree with the method. So the method is just sit down and talk to your kids and do it as a family. It's so easy to do. And it'll make life easier, and you just make them better people. So it's like, when it comes to you, like, people don't think about when they get sick and all this different stuff, what's gonna happen. Your kids gonna come in there and force you to give up something too. You see what I'm saying? But if you talk to them, they can come in there and say, Mom, we don't think that this is right for you to do, so now let's do this. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, isn't that better when it comes back to you? So it's like, you got to get them full circle. If you want this to come back like this to you, then you gonna have, you see what I'm saying? Because when it come down to it, it's like, they'll kill you, and you the one that taught them how to do it. You see what I'm talking about? But they can either kill you or take care of you, and that's it. Y'all, you understand what I'm talking about? So it's like, in these situations, take care of your kids. Don't just do something just to start doing it because the news said it. You have to actually communicate and use your own form of parenting. You understand what I'm saying? It is so easy to talk to your kids. You don't have to scream at them or anything. Just actually talk to them. They'll talk back. They're yours. You know it. So anyway, let's move on. So August challenge, that's one thing I want to just, this not only challenge, but it's like, yeah, get ready for school. We start August on August 1st or whatever. So anyway, it says we start on August 1st, but the August challenge it's from Monthly Self. I think it's Self magazine. Work out 3 to 6 times a week. Drink 2 to 5 2.5 to 3 liters of water daily. Sometimes you can overhydrate, so watch that out too. Eat more healthy whole foods. Journal daily and practice gratitude. Go on walks daily, even if it's just 5 minutes. And meditate for 5 minutes daily. So I already do this stuff. So I was like, okay, let me just put that out there. Like, this is stuff this is where you want to get to. This is stuff that you can do for yourself. All right, so let's talk about 10 ways to detach and not lose your mind. So don't give advice unless asked, right? And that's really telling you to stay the fuck out of people's business. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a nice way of this person saying, stay the fuck out of people's business. I'm going to be real with you. Don't give advice unless asked. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's not your business. So stay the fuck up out of it. Leave the room if you can't be quiet. If you can't shut up, then leave the room. You understand what I'm saying? It's not your business. This is how you detach, because some people become so attached to you, or you become so attached to other stuff that it's ridiculous. It's like this is not your business. Focus on self, not what they should be doing. Exactly. You focus on yourself, not what you think this other person should be doing. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not your life. Your life is what is in front of you. Your life is your present. Your life is you. Stop focusing on, okay, let them experience their own choices. That's how you detach. You let them experience their own choices. So even when you're having this talk with your kids or whoever about, now let's change this bedtime, let them speak from their experience. Because you see, as me as a dad, I'd be like, Blake, can I please listen to my music though? Like, can I still control my music? I promise I play soft music at that time. You see, and he could be like, okay, well, make a playlist so I know that you're going to bed. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, this is something where this is my experience that I want to still listen to music before I go to sleep. So that involves a device, right? So that means my device can't be taken an hour. And he's like, it can, but you can make a playlist that's an hour long and go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? So hit play on your playlist. I hear it on the speaker too. And I know you're going to sleep. I can check on you and make sure. You see, even if your device is downstairs with me, I know, or if we leave our devices in the kitchen together, it's downstairs. So now I know you're not on it. And now we up here painting so we can go to sleep. Because it's like so many things like Google Home and the Dot and Amazon Echo that, that it'll just play the music for you. Okay. You can even control the lights with your phone. Like we had a light that we can control with our phone. We thought that was so cool. Like we could, like the light, it had a time on it, so that's the only light that'll be on in the house. You see what I'm saying? It goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 4:30 or something in the morning. So it's like we just do that. Like it's just some stuff you can do. Stop focusing on their behavior. Like some people, I used to tell my kids this all the time. They not gonna do the same steps that you do. So I, as a teacher, you'll be teaching something. You like, no, go through the steps this way. I learned this the first year I was teaching math. These Hispanic kids, they were like teaching me how to start at the hundreds place instead of starting at the tens place. I mean, at the ones place to do math. So it'd be like if it's 500 plus 300, they'll start at 5 plus 3 is 8. You see what I'm saying? Then 0 plus 0 is 0. And it'll be like it, so it'll go like the place value. They would start at the hundreds place. They would start at the hundreds or the tens place and not the ones. You see? So it's like I had to let them do it their way because that's how they were taught. And it was like it was successful. So if it's successful, why am I now trying to, why would I, no, don't do it that way. I actually said, well, teach me how to do it like that. I'm still not good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taught this way. And it's like, that's how I see the numbers in my head. But when you talk both ways, it's like, it's okay. So it's like, now that I see it, it is like one of the most beautiful things that could happen. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that is it. So I had to actually, so that's when I started teaching them through their experience. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't always teach through my experience. I now have to look at their experience and say, this is good too. Let's do this too. Let's do this too. And y'all, I have to thank God that I'm that type of person because I see other people that are not. And it's like critical that we don't need to do that to people. You see what I'm saying? It's like this is a critical moment because you stop people from learning. If you tap them on it, no, we can't do that anymore. And it was successful. You mean tell me and they did it right? And they had 100%? And this came out with gravy and peanuts on it? I don't know. But it's like that is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. It's just in that moment to let these kids teach me how to do it their way and try to be successful at it. That's why I always put myself in the mind of a student. When I'm teaching, it's like, y'all stop doing that because you think you become an expert that way. No, you're not a master in that situation. Because you are stopping the other people in the classroom from learning by trying to act like you just know everything and you don't. Remove the kids before it becomes unsafe. Oh my God, this is for the classroom. Remove kids before it becomes unsafe. And I think this for home too. It's just that they can go to their rooms or something like that or whatever. Like if you have to detach, let them, everybody gets their space. Don't nag them about their responsibilities. That's something else. Have a talk about it. It's like, that's not something you have to do. Just talk about it. I don't talk about it also. Blake actually comes to me and says, Mom, I can help you do these things. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, because I don't talk about what he's a very responsible child. So it's not like that's something that we have to talk about. Not at all. Not at all. Only help when asked. That is the truth. Only help when asked. Compliment what they are doing well. And that's the truth. Compliment about what they do good. 10, let yourself off the hook. It's not your problem. And that's the other thing. It's not your problem. You have to let your kids, your husband, the dog, sometimes they have to deal with their own problems and face them themselves. You can't always come up with the solution for them. And sometimes they never asking you for the solution. They already know what solution they want. And if you do, then give them a clear-cut answer. Like I told y'all, when Blake got his toys stolen, the kid was over there, and I mean, when the kid left, I said, so what? You don't have to sit here and be sad about it. It happened. You lied to me. Okay, that's it. We know that's the truth, right? So now that's over. Now you apologize. Now that's it. It's over. That's how God see it. It's over. Now what? So now I said, you want to buy a new toy or you want to buy something else? And he said, I'll buy something else. So you see what I'm saying? I'll just give me a new toy. And that's his decision. It's like, why would I sit here and keep punishing you for trying to be nice to somebody? Why would I sit here and now tell you that this is still a problem and it's not? Why would we sit here and go back over it 50 times? And we don't have to, because it's over. It's gone. It's not coming back. And if he keeps himself attached to it, then other things can happen. It's like, you don't have to keep yourself attached to that bullshit. We can get you another one. It's probably going to be better. So that's it. That's it. That's the end of the show, y'all. That's it. It's Shante Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns telling you, if you want to hear the singing before the show, go to Twitter Live, honey. Go to Twitter Live. But if not, then just listen to the show, and that's it. Y'all have a beautiful day. It's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. Have a good day. Blake, I miss you and I love you.